Hi lovies, welcome back to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we'll be drafting this beautiful bubu tight waist dress that you are seeing right now on me. If it's something that catch your interest, let's dive into it together. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Stickling Stitches. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and to my returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So right now we are going to be using this beautiful vintage material that you are seeing right now, and right now we have 3 years, so depending on what you want, that's how your fabrics is going to be. So this is 3 years of fabrics. Let's start right now. I went ahead to fold my front pattern. This is my front clothes, so I went ahead to mark that shoulder point that we are going to start, which we start as our starting point. Right now I came in by 3 inches width, and I'm going to go on down by 2 inches depth. This is for our back pattern. So right now I went ahead to connect the two lines together, as you can see me doing right now. Connect yours together. So I'll go ahead and mark the remaining of my back pattern right there. Then I will come down from the edge of the fabrics with 1 inches that will serve as my shoulder slope. Then connect to that 3 inches depth, three inches wide, sorry, that we took earlier on. As you can see me doing, connect yours like so, as I'm doing right now. So you want to take your time to do this properly right now. So after connecting it, as you are seeing right now, to come down from that 1 inches by your what will serve as the opening of your sleeve. I'm going to take 12 inches from here. As you can see, that's 12 inches. Then I'm going to go inside. From the center of my fabrics, I divided my hips into 4 plus 4.5 inches. So it depends on how wide you want it to be. So I divided my hips into 4 plus 4.5 inches. That is what you are seeing here right now. As you can see, our measurements vary, so try to do yours as you want it to be. So connect it from that point, connect it from that one here, from that 11 from the 12 inches that we took that serve as our opening. Connect it to that what you took for that your hips, and connect it down straight to the hem of the dress. Connect it down. So as you can see me, I decided not to forward it much so that everybody will be able to see it clearly. Just follow what I'm doing right now. So I connect it down to my hem part. So after connecting down to my hem part, I will go ahead from that point, from that 1 inches point, I'll connect it down to that 12 inches. Then I will cut. Do yours like this. Then I'm going to cut it out. As you can see, cut it out like this. Just take your time to go through it and cut it out. So after cutting, this is what we have. I went ahead to fold another fabric that will serve as our front pattern. Then from the center of the fabrics, I'm going to come inside by 2 inches. Mark that 2 inches all the way to your hem point. Then after marking that 2 inches, bring that your back pattern and place it like so. As you can see me doing, place it on that 2 inches that you mark. place it on that 2 inches that you mark. So right now you are going to align everything together. As you can see, I went ahead to align mine together. Sorry that it's the camera have to cut that part. So I went ahead to align it together, as you can see me doing right now. Then after aligning it together, we are going to trim out that point. Look at it right now. So I'm going to trim it out with that back pattern, but we will not cut the neck, as you can see me doing right now. Just trim it out, the same thing. Trim it out from the shoulder slope down to the hand that we are going to use for our sleeve. Just cut it out like so. So after cutting it out, then from that point, just align it very well, making sure everything aligns very well together. You can try to pin yours down, but right now I did not pin mine. That is why you can see that I'm still trying to struggle with the clothes. So right now, after doing all this, so I've went ahead to cut everything. Right now, as you can see, I've cut out all the lines together. So right now we want to dwell on that front pattern. So from that 2 inches, making sure that your 2 inches remain constant, I'm going to go inside from that 2 inches with 3 inches wide. As you can see, where that the back won't stop, that is where the front will start from. Then I'm going to come down by 4 inches. It depends on how high and how low you want yours to be, but I want mine to be a little bit low, so I went ahead to mark 4 inches right there. Then I'll connect the line together, the depth and the width together of the front, connect it down to that 2 inches that we mark earlier on. So after marking, then I will cut it out like so. Cut yours out like so. So after cutting from that 2 inches point, we are going to go ahead and notches. We are going to notch that 2 inches, that we have, then cut out the middle. We are going to cut it out, as you can see. So I'll go ahead right now and cut out that middle piece. I'll cut it out. Cut yours like so. Then notch that point, that 2 inches point, so that you know where everything starts from. So as you can see me doing right now, I went ahead to cut out the middle points. So after cutting out, this is what we have. So this is what we have for the front pattern. So right now, I'll go ahead from that point, from that 2 inches point that we notched earlier on. We are going to align everything together. I'll pick the two like this. Then I'll go to my sewing machine. Then before going to my sewing machine, I'm going to come down from that point, that from that 2 inches point, I'm going to create like an opening from that point. So I came down by 3 inches there. So you can determine to do anything you like there. You can determine to make it 4 inches, 5 inches, depending on how you want the opening to come down. Then from that point, I'm going to go ahead to my sewing machine and sew it down to the point I want my opening of the nail to B. So I'm going to go ahead from that point right now. I went ahead to put my tape on my shoulder to mark out that point that I want the opening, that I want the sewing to stop. So you can do yours like so. Just mark it out. I like mine, I mark 40 inches from my shoulder to that point. I mark 40 inches. Then I'm going to go that from I'm going to go to my sewing machine and sew from that point to that 40 inches point. Then I will show you the next. So after that, this is what we have. As you can see, I've went ahead to iron that point, that 2 inches that I asked us to start from earlier. So we are going to go ahead right now to place this hemming gum on it and iron it to make sure it keeps everything down and neater. So after hemming, this is what we have right now. As you can see, it makes it very neat. Right now I went ahead to cut out little black piece that I will be using to turn the neck. It will serve as my bias. I don't have black bias, that is why I'm using this little black piece. You can decide to use bias to turn it to make it a very firm and neat one. So after doing all this, look at what it looks. I've went ahead to do it like so, use that black to turn it, and this is what we have. So right now we are going to be placing the shoulder to shoulder on right side facing right side. Go to sewing machine and sew it down. After sewing, you are going to turn the sleeve part and hem it down. You can determine to use bias or anything you feel like. So right now I've went ahead to I use hemming gun here. I use hemming gun to press it down so that it's look neat and give us that look of not sewing there. Right now I will turn everything inside. After turning everything inside, we want to achieve that tight waist that we see earlier on. We want to achieve it right now, making sure everything aligns together from the point where our sleeve come out from. So from that point right now, I'm going to go ahead and making sure that everything aligns together. Then from the shoulder, you are going to come down by your waist measurement. Mine is 17 inches. So I came down from my shoulder by 17 inches, as you can see me marking right there. Then I will do the same thing for the other side. Then from the other side, there from that point, middle point, I'm going to divide my waist divided by 4. Then I will mark it right there. From that point, as you can see, my waist divided by 4. Yours to do the same thing for yours, divided by 4. Then mark it at that point, at that 17 inches that I took. My own waist measurement, my own waist length measurement is 17. Yours might be different from mine, so making sure that everything connects together. As you can see, I mark it right there. Then I'm going to repeat the same thing that I did for this first side to the other side. I mark 17 inches there. Then from that point again, from that middle point, I'm going to be dividing my waist by 4 inches. Do you understand? Divide your waist by 4 inches. After marking that 4 inch, after dividing it by 4 inches, go ahead from that middle point, and mark what you have after dividing it. So this is what I have. I have 9 inches. After dividing my waist, I have 9 inches, and that is what I'm placing there right now. So I have went ahead to turn out a little piece, making sure that this piece that you want to use can go around your waist. You are going to be placing it on that 17 inches that you marked earlier on. Place it there. You can determine how wide you want your band to be, or you can, yours might be small, but mine is a little bit big because I want you to give me that shape. So I'm going to go ahead from the sewing machine and sew it right there. So after sewing it, I'm going to go ahead and connect all the seam lines together, sew it down. After sewing, I'll go ahead and hem my my gown length, and I will show you the final look. This is what it looks like. As you can see earlier on, look at how beautiful the dress is looking. I hope this tutorial helps you to achieve yours. If you have watched to this present moment, thank you for staying and watching to this present moment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share and like to keep me motivated whenever I want to drop the next video. See you in my next video. Bye.